Hello and welcome to another edition of The Message, where we're talking about what you're talking about. I'm Ethel Reeves, Director of Equity and Community Relations, and I have with me today Director LaTonya Brown, who oversees our Student Services Department. LaTonya, welcome.
Thank you.
We're here today because, just as I stated, we talk about what it is that you're talking about. And over the last 24 hours, we have received reports of social media posts. We've received phone calls. We've had conversations with many who are concerned about bullying in Lynchburg City schools. We take that very seriously, and we want to make sure that we do everything that we can do to ensure that all of our students are safe and that they know processes and procedures to follow in the event that there are allegations of bullying. Director Brown, what is bullying?
Bullying is where you have an imbalance of power between student to student, or it could be a student and adult. And so we're looking for aggressive or harassing behaviors that occur repeatedly or over and over again. It can also occur through cyberbullying as well, so over social media. Bullying tends not to be an isolated or single incident. However, anytime that an inappropriate action occurs, we want to know. We want our teachers to know. And if it's not handled at the teacher level, we want our administrators to know to make sure that we are addressing the concern.
So what I hear you saying is that if there are any allegations of bullying, any behaviors that students are reporting, any times that they're feeling uncomfortable, that we want to know within Lynchburg City Schools. And the first step is to contact who?
Your first step would be to contact your teacher, your counselor, or any building administrator, whether that's an assistant principal, associate principal, or the building principal. At that time, they would look into the incident and then determine whether or not they need to launch a bullying investigation. And if they determine to launch the bullying investigation, they're going to do so within 48 hours, and they have to complete it within 5 days and follow up with that parent immediately in terms of whether it was founded or unfounded, and put some safety precautions into place as well.
So when you talk about the unfounded versus founded, you've given the definition that bullying occurs, multiple times. It's a repeat offense. Are there other things in place if children are still being made to feel uncomfortable?
Yes. We always work with our counseling department and tap into our social workers as well as needed. We definitely work with our teachers and keep our teachers in a loop, asking them to keep an ear out and listen for bullying words or words that are offensive to our students, and also watching our students' body language. And if a student needs assistance, making sure that they're talking to their counselors, talking about what's going on and offering some type of resolution to solve whatever the conflict may be, if it is a conflict, but also giving the person a chance to talk through the process or talk through the things that they're going through with someone, as well as an outlet, so that we are informed, we know, but we can also come back around and address whether it's another student in the building, whether it's an adult, or whether it's just that classroom environment, for us to come back and really work with our students.
And just as many have reported on social media, what should they do if they're still feeling like there is no resolve at the school level? I'm not getting an answer. I'm not comfortable. I'm not liking what I'm hearing. What should the next step be?
Okay. I would encourage the parent, guardian, or that community member to reach out to the Office of Student Services so that we could follow up and address the concerns that the parent, guardian, or the community member might have. Please know that if you are not the legal guardian, after we follow up, we cannot address it with you at that point, but we would report back out to the legal guardian and discuss our findings or our next steps at that point.
So, Director Brown, we recognize that there are times when people are afraid to report. Are there opportunities to report incidents anonymously?
Yes, we have an anonymous tip line. It's called Speak Up. And so a parent, student, or a community member can use this anonymous tip line that goes to a third party. and they collect the information and then they pass it on to our office immediately. We will make a call out within 24 hours as a response for that information coming in through that tip line.
Again, another opportunity or another tool that we can use to make sure nothing goes unreported. We want to make sure that our families are able to go in and to access that information and that students feel safe. That is a priority in Lynchburg City Schools. When we say every child by name and by need to graduation and beyond, we want to make sure that they are in a safe environment and that they have what they need in order to be successful in the classrooms, and that they also, when things are not going well, that they have a means to report that. So I want to thank you. I know that you are very busy, but I want to thank you so much for taking your time to really talk to us about what it is that we do with bullying and those incidents that come through those channels. To the parents, to the guardians, we want to make sure that you understand that Lynchburg City Schools takes your concerns very seriously. We felt it important to prepare a message for you, to involve our Director of Student Services, and to explain our processes and procedures with regard to bullying. We appreciate the concerns that were posted on social media. We also appreciate the phone calls and the conversations that we've had. We look forward to continuous conversation around those things that concern you, as we want to ensure that your students' needs are met. Thank you.